I grew up in the projects in Chicago. Where I'm from, nobody handed you a roadmap for becoming a doctor. I found my own way. Through Northern Illinois University, then chiropractic school in Southern California. I came out the other side with a doctorate, a mountain of belief, and no idea that the hardest part of being a doctor would have nothing to do with medicine. Over the next 20 years, I built 5 clinics. I owned 4 of them. And I want to tell you what those 20 years actually looked like. Not the version you see on a practice website. The real version. It looked like Spinal screenings at shopping malls, standing at a folding table on a Saturday, in a white coat, hoping strangers would stop. Some weekends they did. Most weekends. I watched people walk past me like I was selling phone cases. It looked like dinner talks. 2. Sometimes $3,000 on chicken breast, salad, and lemonade for a room of neuropathy patients. 50 people show up, 20 sign up. Sounds like a win, until you count the 4 or 5 staff members it took to process them, the follow-up, the no-shows after. And then you do it all again next month, because the moment you stop, the pipeline stops. It looked like mailers. $2,000 a month, every month, for years. Not because they worked great, because doing nothing felt worse. It looked like personal injury. Courting attorneys with dinners and lunches and coffees, building relationships with people who held all the leverage, who referred to you as long as you referred back, and who could take a meaningful piece of your patient flow with them the day they changed their mind. It looked like insurance. Companies that referred patients and then made you fight for every visit, every authorization, every dollar. Patients with the best plans, and you're still essentially collecting copays with extra paperwork. It looked like cash practice, care plans that patients genuinely needed and genuinely couldn't afford to prepay, and financing companies that denied the very people who needed care most. It looked like an integrative practice, bringing medical doctors and nurses under my roof, quadrupling my compliance risk, and learning that some providers will look down on the chiropractor running the business, even when the chiropractor built the whole thing. And it looked like agencies. This one still stings. Marketing agencies that booked appointments onto my calendar, real names, confirmed times. My staff would prep like they were real patients. Name on the whiteboard, paperwork printed, and nobody would show up. Not once, not occasionally, year after year. I paid tens of thousands of dollars, over the years hundreds of thousands, to be disappointed on a monthly retainer. Here's what nobody tells you in school. You can be excellent at the medicine and still drown in the business. And the industry knows it. Look around. There is an entire economy of young marketers targeting doctors because doctors have 3 things they want: money, no time, and no marketing education. They'll sit on your payroll for years and hand you nothing. I got burned out. Not from my patients. I loved my patients. From everything it took to find them. And I want to say something honest here, because our profession doesn't say it enough. The burnout in healthcare is real. The debt is real. New doctors coming out with $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in student loans before they see their first patient. And the toll is real. Doctors are leaving the profession. Some are losing more than their careers. We don't talk about it, and the silence is part of the problem. So when I stepped back from practice, I had a choice. I could walk away with my 20 years of scar tissue, or I could do something with it. I chose to do something with it. Everything I used to do manually, the follow-up, the reactivation, the review requests, the answering of every call, I rebuilt with AI and automation, not theory. The exact systems from my own clinics, recreated with technology that didn't exist when I was standing at those mall tables. Systems that answer every call, follow up on every lead, fill the schedule, and run at 2 in the morning without a staff army and without a single dollar of ad spend. And then I did something the agencies would never do. I wrote it all down, every step, every free tool, every script, word for word, the email systems, the Google profile setup, how to run your own ads if you want to, how to hire help for a fraction of an agency retainer, how to build revenue beyond the adjustment table, memberships, courses, your own products. Even how to build a practice you can one day actually sell to a young doctor drowning in debt who needs a way in, instead of letting everything you built just close when you're done. It's called How to Build $1 Million Practice Using AI. And it's free. Not a teaser chapter. Not a funnel trick. The whole playbook, because information should be free. If you have the time and the will, everything you need to do this yourself is in there. And if you read it and think, I see it, I believe it, I just don't have the hours, that's what my company does. We build it with you or for you. But that conversation comes later, if it comes at all. The book asks nothing of you. 20 years, 5 clinics, every mistake documented so you don't have to pay for them the way I did. Download it free at franchisehealth.ai. I'm Dr. Andre, and this is why I built Franchise Health AI.